In this video, we will see how to extract and download Waterbody from Google Earth Engine. Let's turn on the satellite view and select a Waterbody. Let's select this one. We will draw a rectangle here where our region of interest is. We will use Sentinel-2 imagery for extracting our Waterbody. So let's make a variable. Let's import the Sentinel-2 image. Go for level 2A, that is surface reflectance. Let's copy this and close. Now let's filter the boundary to our region of interest, that is named geometry. Let's remove these semicolons. The expression is not finished yet. Now filter the date. Now filter by cloud cover. It is less than, we will allow 5 for cloud coverage. Let's check the property for the Sentinel-2, that is cloudy pixel percentage. You can find the image properties here. You can see that the name of the property is cloudy pixel percentage. Let's copy this and paste here. Let's allow 5 for the clouds, and finally use the median to reduce the image. Now let's add the Sentinel-2 RGB image to our map. Let's name it Sentinel-2 RGB. And we have to provide the image properties here, visualization properties. Here we will use the bands, minimum and maximum value. For the bands we will use red, green and blue bands. For Sentinel-2 harmonized image, the minimum value should be 0 and maximum should be 0.3. Let's run this and check. we have made a mistake. For Sentinel-2 harmonized image, the maximum value should be 3000. Let's check again. We can turn off our region of interest polygon from here. We have got a pretty nice cloud-free Sentinel-2 image, so we can use this one effectively. For extraction of water from this image, we will use NDWI. Let's create a variable named NDWI. If you do not know or cannot remember what NDWI is, we can see the formula for this. NDWI is calculated using green and NIR band. Green minus NIR divided by green plus NIR, we will get NDWI from this equation. To calculate NDWI in Sentinel-2 imagery, we will need band 3, that is green band, and band 8, that is NIR band, and divided by green plus NIR. Google Earth Engine has a default normalized difference function to calculate normalized difference. Let's calculate using this. We need to give two bands name here. Let's rename this band name to NDWI. Now let's add this NDWI layer to our map. Let's name it NDWI. We will put minimum and maximum value and palette here. The minimum value would be -1 and maximum would be 1. We will use two colors, white for other colors and blue for water. There is a typo here. Now let's run and check. We need to identify the water from this NDWI image using a threshold. For that, let's check the threshold. Click on inspector and click on any part of the water. We can see that the value of NDWI is 0.78. And check another point. 0.79 here. It is 0.83. It is 0.77. Let's minima turn of this and we can see here. Let's check the different colors of the water. Let's check some other pixels which is not water. We can see that the value is really low here. So from our inspection, we can say that anything greater than 0.7 is water in our image. Now let's create a variable named water. And its value will be greater than 0.7. Now let's add this water variable to our map. We will use a function here that is update mask. This function is used to hide the pixels less than 0.7. And name it waterbodies. Now let's run this and check. We can hide our NDWI layer so that we can clearly see the image. We can see that there are some pixels which are not recognized as water. Let's inspect these pixels, what those values are. We can see that this value is less than 0.7, and that's why it is not recognized as water. Let's try to put 0.5 here and check. Now it is showing the water bodies correctly. You can also adjust these values so that it will be more perfect. The result is satisfactory, so we can go for download this shape. The water variable here is a raster layer. We need to convert it to vector layer. So let's make a variable named water vectors. Use a self mask to mask out other pixels that is less than 0.5. Now use reduce to vector function to convert it to a vector layer. Geometry type should be polygon. We can use here count every reducer. and for sentinel imagery the scale should be 10. Now let's export the vector to our Google Drive. For exporting vectors we need to use table.toDrive. First property is collection. Collection is our water vectors. Then description, that is name for the file. Let's put it here, water bodies. And finally file format. We will use KML here. You can also use shapefile, SSP, GeoJSON and other types. Let's run and check whether if it is okay. Yes, we can see a yellow notification on our task panel. Let's click on task. A new task is created. We can run this task. You can select the file format or change the file format from here as well. And also we can use a folder in our Google Drive so that we can easily track our file. Let's run this. Our task is working. When it is done, it will show a button called Open in Drive. We got an error here. It says image.reduce to vectors provide geometry parameter when aggregating over an unbounded image. We can solve this using a geometry parameter in our water vectors. Let's geometry should be this geometry. And let's check again. Here is another task made for us. Let's click on this and do this again. We got another error. It says image.reduce to vectors too many pixels. That means the pixels are more than the allowed pixels for converting reduce to vectors. We can solve this using max pixels. Let's put another parameter max pixels and 1E13. Let's run again. We got another task. Let's click on the task and do it again. The file is exported to our Google Drive. Let's open in Drive. We can see the waterbodies.caml. Let's download this. The camel is downloaded. Now let's open in Drive. We can see our file is downloaded. Let's open the camel in QGIS. Let's drag and drop. Add layers. Let's add a satellite base map here. Let's make a symbology for this. If we do not want the other polygons except for the bigger one, we can select the big polygon and make a layer of the selection. Save selected feature as. Let's use KML also here, and downloads waterbodies, edit it and save and press OK. Press add layers. Now we can turn off this. Let's remove this and symbology. Okay. Now let's turn the satellite imagery on. We have successfully extracted our shape using Google Earth Engine. Thanks for watching.